had handed over the 100,000.
Yes, yes,
And the whole
yes.
thing fell apart.
Yes, yes.
So-
It didn't become successful. You see.
Now, why, if I can, if you go to exhibit bundle page, no, exhibit bundle, exhibit CJC 164. So,
Sorry.
oh. We know from your version that you invested 100,000 with Mr. Hanekom. You subsequently learned from Mr. Hanekom's wife that Mr. Hanekom unfortunately partook in substances, which led, if I understood you correctly, to technically him not investing the money but burning the money. Am I?
Sorry?
I say effectively, Mr. Hanekom, because of the habit that you say he had, ended up using or diverting your investment towards that habit and not investing in the business.
No, I didn't say he used that money.
Okay.
I've said, hey, I had a fear now that this is not going to happen, you see. Because I know how people are addicted, you see, end up, they said, no. I didn't want to waste, I kept that thing and having hope that one day I will use it for something else. Then this I did so fast, and now businesses are so slow, and this one can be effective, you see.
So then the business didn't take off. You were not worried once you learned that he was using substances. The business did not take off now. At page 207, it's not numbered. If we could go to the date of 8/12/2021.
Page number?
207. Are you at 207?
Yes.
Do you need some assistance there? We're at 207, correct?
Yes.
All right, now line 10 or thereabouts, it's a date of 8th of December 2011.
8th of December.
2021, my apologies, not 2021.
Yes.
And it reflects the payment received, J. Haneko, other income 16,000. Why are you receiving money from Mr. Haneko?
It's that amount. He was starting to give me my money back. He gave me less than 100,000 instead of 100,000, but he paid in different months, but he paid. He was starting to pay my money back.
And if you go further down, let's look at the money in column. It's easier to track it. There is a 15,000 payment. Do you see it there? If we move to the left, that is on the 14th of December 2021. Once
correct.
again from Hanekom, it's 15,000.
You are correct, yes.
Okay. If we go overleaf at 208, again, if we look at the money in, it's 65,000. You see that amount?
30th/01/2022, yes.
30th of the first.
Yes,
then
yes,
Mr. Hanekom paid you 25, no,
Yes.
65,000.
Yes.
And you are suggesting that Mr. Hanekom was repaying you the original 100,000 rand loan
Yes.
that you have no proof of having
It's
made.
not loan,
Oh,
madam.
investment.
It's not loan.
Investment.
I know you change these terms and you stick to them.
No, it was my error.
But wait.
I meant investment. I appreciate that. So he was reimbursing you the 100,000 you had invested.
Yes, Chair.
100,000 for which you have no proof that it was ever effected. There is no proof that you ever gave Hanekom 100,000.
If you can, I gave it to him.
I'm saying there is no proof. It's your word that the commissioners must accept.
But he paid it to show that it is true.
We'll get to the payment. I'm still back to you. I'm still at the starting point where you chose to invest. You haven't established a company. You haven't formalized the investment. You don't have an agreement in respect of that significant investment. I don't know. In my world, 100,000 is a lot of money. Perhaps in yours, it doesn't require any written confirmation that it was ever handed over.
Can I check something?
Yes.
If you check my other bank account, Standard Bank, you will see that I've been traveling, I've been selling clothes. You can see the countries or the country and the province that I've been in. And after that, the payments that were coming in, some are paying in cash, some are paying that in Standard Bank. Before I always remember COVID, but before the coronavirus, there's a proof you can see in different months and different years. You could see that I've been doing that.
And that is money coming to you. So
Yes.
even if I go into the records of that bank account, it's not going to tell me, it's not going to give me the proof I require that you ever paid Hanekom 100,000.
Oh, no, it doesn't say so.
It doesn't say
You are
so.
correct. They are correct.
So now we find ourselves in 2021 in a space where there is no proof you ever invested that amount, where Yako Hanekom is paying, who is your informer, is paying you 16,000, 15,000, and 65,000 in a span of 2 months.
Yes.
And I'm suggesting that that is the financial benefit you derived from what I call this hijack racket that at least the four of you ran, yourself, Constable Stolz, Mr. Mackenzie, and Mr. Hanekom.
If I can tell you that Mackenzie and Kesha and Hanekom, they were not in good terms. You see, there's nothing that they will do together. You see, it was me, said, hey, there's information there, utilize this person. You see, get things from this person. There's nothing that the three of them will. Mr. Robert Schultz can confirm that to you, that every time these two were in conflict, or else when he's coming with information, this one didn't want him to go. He said, no, it's fine. We're going to do it. They didn't want him next to them. And there's nothing that will make them be friends. And to be honest to you, I don't do such things. And I will never be bad things.
Of the three people, who do you say were not in good terms?
Yako, Mackenzie, and Kesha.
Each one of them was not in good terms with the other two.
No. The two were not in good terms with Yako. I don't know what was the conflict because I couldn't detect. But they were not.
So Adrian, Mackenzie, and Keisha Stolz were in good terms.
No, they were good
but
colleagues.
The two of them were not in good terms
Yes.
with Yako.
Yes.
I think, Commissioner, they may not, whatever you mean, they were not in good terms. Whatever you mean with that, but what we know from at least the Mbenze matter is that they were all participants and they cooperated in activities where someone ended up dead, which are unaccounted for. So even if you say they were not in good terms, even if you are correct, they certainly had no problem cooperating with each other and being accomplices in criminal activity. We know from Stolz's statement that she was called by Yako. That's what she says. She got a call from Yako. So even if they were not on good terms, Yako knew to call her to an incident which is not on the books because there's no record for it, but someone died in there. Mackenzie ends up in that same incident, which they are rallied. The MPD appears to have been rallied by Yaku, including you. So That they did not get along, if they did not, is neither here nor there for this conversation. What is important or what is of relevance is that they cooperated. They were on good terms enough to cooperate in what turns out to be criminal activity and serious criminal activity that results in the death of a person. You accept that?
Yes, no, that I've
Thank you.
accepted. Well, yes, I've said no, yes.
May we take the adjournment at this point? Does that work for you, Ms.?
Thank you, Chair, it would work. Yes.
All right, thank you. Let us adjourn and return at 2:15.
It's my conscience that's eating me, not the legalities. Commissioner Mkhwanazi, do you agree with me that Mr. Mbense's family deserve justice?
Commissioners, 100%.
And that they deserve to know what happened to their loved one?
I fully agree with you. I fully
And,
support
and
that.
that people who know what happened have a duty to come forward
I
and
fully
tell
ag-
the authorities what happened.
Yes,
And it will be bad if you know what happened and you choose to cover up for your colleagues.
that's true. That's true.
Now, why would witness D wish to implicate you in something so serious if you were not involved at all and he didn't see you, he did not speak to you? Why would he come public and want to implicate you in something so serious?
Remember, commissioners, they've said to them, it's either they call General Khan or they call or Chief Mkwanas. I think by mentioning these two names to him, and whilst they've said that, then there's this person who's appearing. You see, you may conclude, oh, that's why they've said. Maybe it was, if it was not me, another person, they were going to implicate him too.
But he
Because
says,
before that,
just pause there. He says you introduced yourself, so he knows that it's you. And it was you who said that he must dump the body in the Nigel River.
No,
So he's not guessing. He says it was you. My
No.
question is, why would he implicate you in something that serious if he does not know you and you were not there?
Commissioner Kumalo, let me correct you. He's saying it's either it's Viandra who told him that I've said. He doesn't say I've said. You see, he said they've said I've said. But out of what they told him before, and it is me who's appearing, he may conclude that that means this is what they were saying.
So are you saying he's guessing? He doesn't know that it was you who said the body
I
must be dumped?
didn't, yes.
But he mentions you. Why doesn't he say General Khan or the other general? Why does he say Julius Mkhwanazi is the one who directed that the body be dumped in the dam?
That's why I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying that they've said to them, according to statement, or to him, according to statement, let us call General Khan or let us call Chief Mkhwanazi. Then Chief Mkhwanazi appears.
No, they say they then concluded that they should call the chief Mkhwanazi.
That's what I'm saying.
And he arrived and he introduced himself and he directed that the body be dumped in the dam. My simple question is, if you were never there and you never saw him, why would he implicate you in something so serious? I mean, this is serious, dumping a human being's body in a dam. It's not like stealing money or stealing stones. It's a human being.
Yes. And I don't want to bring other elements. I'm denying it. I'm totally denying it.
But what does he
Commissioner
have
Kumalo.
against you that he would single you out of everybody who was there and say it is you who said the body must be dumped?
It is because they told him so.
They told him to implicate you.
No, they told him that Chief Mkhwanazi will come to sort this thing out, according to the statement, his statement. Then I'm coming in, they called me after, then I'm coming in. In his mind, I think in his mind, you see, concluded that, that means this is what they were saying.
Okay.
I've never been part of such things in my life. I've never. I don't believe in violence. I believe in another form of engagement in solving things. I've been like that. From the youth stage, from teenage stage, from my activities, it was.
And put that in juxtaposition with your sparse explanation as to why you went to the scene. You say you just, I engage you on this. I will not repeat myself, but I'm just saying, put what Commissioner Kumalo is putting to you in juxtaposition with your very sparse explanation as to why you went there, waking up at 2 a.m. only to make a U-turn within a very short space of time. If you recall, I suggested to you that your evidence is sparse in this regard exactly because you are hiding something. So what I suggested to you then actually ties in with what Commissioner Kumalo is putting to you. Do you want to comment?
No, no, not on what you have said. You have repeated it many times, but
All
I
right,
just
thank
want
you.
to say this has changed my life. It has made me to be under house arrest, my kids, and it has destroyed. No, I wish. That's what I've said even in ad hoc, and it was before the death of Pretorius that I wish. I don't know why it's delaying because people must be arrested so that the family can approach. Because when you read newspapers, you go, you see the face, you see all these things. Not even him only. All these people that are busy dying. You see, it's their fathers like me. They love their kids. They are wanted. No, and in the career that I've joined, I made an oath that I will fight against that, and I can't be the one that is that. I don't sleep at night, commissioners. So let me tell you, since this started, I'm saying, Uncle, how did I end up on these things? You see.
Thank you, thank you.
And if I could, but it's just that now I can't interfere, I would have assisted in making sure that we trace. You see, but now I'm limited. I must follow because I'm perceived to be one of them. You see. And I wished everything, but I can make breakthrough, but I can't.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, commissioners.
Can I just also just make this observation on the back of what Commissioner Kumalo raises with you, that if it went for Mr. Van der Merwe, Marius, if it went for him, we would not know, would not have known that you were at that scene, because he's really the only one that placed you on the scene. Quite noticeably, the statements from Mackenzie and Stoltz, they don't mention you at all. All of them, in fact, the common thing among your EMPD people and yours in the statements is you arrived, you saw nothing, and you left. That's what you all say, which supports what Ms. Silo was putting to you, that you got together in order to to agree what it is you're going to say. So that's a common thread. I arrived, I was called by Yaku, I got there, I saw there was nothing to do, and I got into my car and I left. That's what they say. That's one. Two, there is no record anywhere of this operation, the involvement of the EMPD people with this operation, including you. There is no record whatsoever. And had Mr. Van der Merwe not mentioned you arriving, being called and arriving at the scene, no one would have known that you were at that operation. Even on the facts, that you allege, where you say, I arrived and I left, no one would have known. And yet something so serious as someone dying at the scene happened. We wouldn't have known that you were there. Do you want to comment to that?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner. Remember, Commissioner Revospi said Yako Anekom came to him and also spoke about this. You see, that means it's him and Yako Anekom. You see.
Referring specifically to an official record, that there's absolutely no official record. None of you EMPD people who were on the scene have provided a record or recorded what happened that night until IPID confronted you, all of you. And Marius is the one that spoke to IPID and gave that detailed statement. And we know from that detailed statement that you were at the scene. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. No one would know. And that speaks to these off-book operations that were a feature in the MPD, that there are serious operations that happened, and then there's no record of it. You blame lack of pocketbooks, you blame lack of OBs, that's your explanation. But I'm sure you could have recorded these things if you wanted to, if you considered it necessary to have it on the books. It's just an observation, Commissioner. You can comment if you want to.
No, I've learned, commissioners.
Thank you.
No, I've learned,
Thank you.
you
Ms.
see,
Silla?
and it's a lifetime thing.
Thank you, Commissioners. I think in response to a question posed by Commissioner Kumalo, you stated that in one of the statements provided by Marius van der Merwe, Marius, states that he was informed by Viandre that you were coming or you would be present. Did I understand you correctly? At the scene?
Yes, he said he was informed between Iago and Viandre that Commissioner Mkwanas is coming, is going to solve this. It's either General Khan or Commissioner Mkwanas. He mentioned two names. They are mentioning two names.
I ask because I've got both statements here. We agreed that there are two statements. The one that we worked through, which is the statement made to IPID in September of 2022. And the second statement is the one he made to this commission. So in which statement do you say that he stated he was informed by Viandre?
No, I'm saying between Viandre and Nyako.
Yeah, in which
One of
statement,
them.
is that? Because if we look at the one we were dealing with this morning before lunch, that is the exhibit bundle, exhibit CJC 150, page 75.
Still at,
His statement starts at 73, we are now at 75.
this one.
And at page 75, at paragraph 14, the one we dealt with, he notes, and I read, Yako suggested that they should call their chief, whom they call Julius. Prior to that, at paragraph 13, the end of 13, he said, the last sentence, no, penultimate sentence, as we were standing there, Viandre told us that if we talk, he was going to kill that person himself. Viandre suggested that he was going to call General Khan to assist with the deceased. He then changed and said he was going to call Colonel Dawood, and he was asking me if he should call him. Then at 14, that's when he says Yako suggested that they should call their chief, whom they called Julius. So that is in this statement. From what he's saying, this is what he heard directly from the speakers.
Yes, that's what I was saying. This is what I'm mentioning. Maybe in terms of the weight, I didn't put it like this, but
Yeah.
this is the paragraph that I'm talking
Oh, I
about.
just wanted to correct that
Yes.
the fact that you were to be called and indeed called and you uttered the words that you did, that he claims you did. At paragraph 14, you're not suggesting that he was informed of all this by Viandre.
No. I was just mentioning this. Yes.
This was my point in 14, the third sentence. He says, Julius Mkhwanazi arrived few minutes later and he introduced himself as Superintendent Julius Mkhwanazi to myself and Etienne. So he puts you at the scene. It's not somebody else telling him this.
Yes, that's what I was trying to sum up, but maybe I didn't put it the way, because they started by mentioning other two, then Yako mentioned me, and it is me who arrived. Maybe the type of words that I used are not correct, Commissioners. Humble apologies.
Thank you, Commissioners. As I indicated, I want to move off this topic unless there is any other comment you'd like to make.
No, there's no comment.
Okay. I want us then to move to your, please locate your supplementary statement. Commissioners, for this section of the testimony, we just need the exhibit file and Magagula file 2.
And by supplementary, that's the 7-pager.
The 7-pager that
Thank you.
we dealt with yesterday, yes.
You said we need which one?
The exhibit file
Yeah,
and
Magagula.
Magagula file 2 of 3.
and the statement.
And Mr. Mkwana's supplementary statement. You have located your supplementary statement, Mr. Mkwanazi.
Yes, Commissioner.
The topic I would like us to then turn to, you start at page 5 of that statement. And you heard that team deployed to the suspects who were defrauding members of the public with fake stones. Now, you indicated that this was a joint operation with the province and JMPD, and that you tasked the truck hijacking task team to join other members as per the request of Deputy Chief Inspector Gerald Maseko. That's what you have written there, correct?
Yes.
And during your oral testimony on this matter, you confirmed that Chief Inspector Gerald Maseko is the person you were with. Okay, no, find what you need to find.
Just move this file. Thank you.
Okay. You confirmed that at your page 6, when you say during the day we visited members to check on their progress as their seniors, the we there referred to yourself and Chief Inspector Maseko.
Yes.
And you indicated that Chief Inspector Maseko is from the Gauteng Traffic Department.
Yes.
And you did point out that he's passed on.
Yes, Commissioner.
Do you know when he passed on? My little research seems to suggest November 2025. Is that your understanding?
I'm not sure, but it was towards December, if I'm not mistaken.
But the year is 2025.
Yes.
Okay. So you have made a statement to IPID regarding this operation and the complaints emanating therefrom, correct?
Yes.
And that statement appears, I think the best one to look at closest would be Exhibit CJC 158.
May I correct? I made two
Yes.
statements. Ne?
Okay, let's deal with both if we can. This one at CJC, which is CJC 158 at page 132. This one bears a date stamp of the 2nd of May 2023 at the left, at the bottom left.
Yes.
Okay, now you say you made 2. Is this the first or the second?
This is the first.
This is the
When
first.
they first called me to confirm about members.
Yes,
that
so
were on
when,
the
and the
operation.
second, when did you make the second?
I don't have a specific date, but Makakula called sometimes this year. When the commission started,
Okay?
Yes.
So the second statement would say, in the first quarter of 2026.
Yes, yes, yes. The first quarter, yes, it's the first quarter.
Yes, okay. Now, let's deal with the first statement. We don't have your second statement.
Okay, it's fine.
At the time Mr. Magagula appeared before the commission, that statement was not available. You had not made that statement.
No, I've made it.
Not at the time he appeared, it
No,
was.
before. I've made it before he appeared.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're saying he didn't avail it to us?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Yes.
It's not on our records. We'll take it up with Mr. Magagula to at least update our files.
Okay.
Priscilla, was the issue not that the statement was made, but it was not legible?
It could very well be. I guess the most important point I'm making is that it's not part of our files.
Okay.
And I'll accept that at the time Mr. Magagula testified that Commissioner Mkwanazi had
Yes.
already deposed to that statement, and possibly it was beset by the challenges that you highlight. And that the responsibility is ours to go locate the second statement. Now, we'll come to this is the only statement you made to IPID before 2026. Correct. I'm not dealing with the contents, I'm still dealing with the statement.
Oh, yes, no. I'm not dealing with
Okay.
the content too.
And I'm saying, if this is the only statement, at no point during the investigation of the quote-unquote theft of these precious stones did you inform IPID that your members were involved in a joint operation?
Are you saying at no stage I informed IPT?
Because you are trying to read the statement and see what you have said there in
No, I'm not-
anticipation of what I'll ask you.
No, I was reading.
That's why you miss what I asked.
No, I was reading the case number, then I'm sorted.
So I was saying to you, at no point, at least before 2026, did you inform IPID that the case of precious stones and the theft, the allegation of theft by EMPD members arose from a joint operation?
Now remember, we don't report operations to IPT. We don't report any operations to IPT. And again, the allegations came from IPT when they were informing me that there are these allegations. And
So-
as I answered yesterday, according to me, they handed over everything. And that documents, as I've said to when Commissioner Kumalo was asking that, all the documents, they told me that when I was suspended, they were taken by Commissioner Revospice.
We'll get to the documents. Right now, all I want to know is whether you informed IPID at any point
No,
prior to 2026 that this was a joint operation.
no, we have never in our life reported operations.
So
to
you
IPT.
did not inform them of that fact.
Yes, yes.
Now, in your 2026 statement that you reference, did you inform them of the fact that this had been a joint operation with Gauteng Traffic Department and JMPD?
Yes, yes.
You wrote that.
Yes.
So why?
The first quarter.
Huh?
The first
The
quarter.
second, let's call it the second
Yes,
statement.
yes.
You informed them of that.
Yes.
Now, do you have any document as evidence of this joint operation?
I've said yesterday that I didn't record, but I hope that at our offices they may have, because they consolidate all the stats, they consolidate all the operations. With me, I don't have, but I've made a commitment that I will check with my diaries, because sometimes I write, but in record, I don't remember writing it. In fact, when I'm in this operation, I just pay the visit and go, pay the visit and go.
Okay. So now, looking at this statement at page 132, once again, it's very brief. We'll skip the first paragraph because that provides your personal details and introduces you. And second paragraph, it says, I would like to confirm that Officer Kisha Lee Stalls and Officer Adrian Mackenzie were on duty on the 8th of February 2023. You say, next paragraph, they informed me as the supervisor when they received information of a person who's dealing with illegal goods, in parentheses, stones. That's what you informed IPID.
Yes, it's correct.
So they informed you of this person, of receiving information of a person dealing with in stones, and they informed you. And in your supplementary statement, you suggested it was a joint operation based on a request by Deputy Chief Maseko, and in response to which you tasked them. So why do you say that they informed you? Why don't you,
Yes.
you indicate that I deployed them on this particular day for that particular operation?
When Mr. Makakula said, can you specifically inform me or report to me on what stalls have said that they've communicated with some officers? Because we even engaged that, I also communicated, said, no, now I just need the statement that specifically talk to, like the other one, said that talk to these three. We'll discuss about those when I'm investigating. You see, that's why I've said that. Then in the second one said, since you visited, then I want you to mention the statement that you visited, how did you get this information, and who did you communicate? Because they've said you were driving with the other senior personnel that is that doesn't belong to EMPT. Then that's when I wrote the statement and tell them that no, even this one informed me, but the members have already had that information. But I confirmed it with the deputy director.
When did you confirm it with who's the deputy director?
Oh, the deputy director, Maseko, the one that we're talking about.
When did you confirm that with him? Because Mr. Magagula only established late 2025 that you were present at the scene when he received a second statement from Mackenzie.
No, he wanted it 2025, and he told Mackenzie that to remember, we discussed with Mkwanas, we discussed with you that Mkwanas visited. Can you formalize it and make it formal? I will also ask the same thing from him. And that's what he told me, that I've also asked it has been formalized, then I want those to be formalized. That's what I did.
I'm not sure I understand. But what you are saying is in May 2023, you were prepared only to tell him that Stalls and Mackenzie had informed you of the operation.
Commissioners, I've said it before that when Makakola comes to you, he's specific that I want about these three for now. It doesn't go left and right, and I want it somewhere. I don't want to write the wrong story and be specific around about those that are participating, not even only in this one of cash and others. In other different operations that have been taking place, you must be specific and mention those. Then you'll come back again because he's saying it's part of his investigations. And it frustrated us because he keeps on doing these things like that. You see, that's why he came back again and said, I've engaged with Mackenzie and there's a statement. Now I want to submit your statement and on your level and your part and what you were doing there. You see, because I know that you visited. I did know from the first day that you visited there.
So is it your testimony that your statement to IPID of 2023 about this incident is this sparse at the direction of Magagula? Magagula directed you to state things in the manner that he did.
Yes, it's specific. I'm saying it here in the commission. It's very specific in one statement. It doesn't want you to write many things and to say, no. For now, I want this. I will come back with this. I will come back for this. That's how it does this investigation. When you check, you can go and check my statements for other cases. That's how he wants it.
Yes. In this case, what did he ask you? What did he say to you that resulted in the production of the statement?
It was 4 or 5 cases. He he said, can you write me statements mentioning that these two, they were part of this, these two, they were part of this, these two, they were part of this. In fact, he wanted to confirm that they were on duty when they were doing that or when they were participating in that operation. It's not only this one. It's not only these three. There are others, but I don't know why he decided to.
So
close
you
those
say,
ones.
what did he say about this one? Let's talk about
Please
this one.
specify about these officers that
What
they were
did he
on
say?
duty.
When you say specify, what did he ask you?
He mentioned it in Zulu. Say, Donam Kwanas, no, they were many. I remember it was not him. As I've said, there were 5. You see, now I'm just talk about others, but Tim spoke about this, and it was the other one. There were, as I've said, it was different cases. I don't remember them. He said, can you specify or about these 2 members that when they responded to Stones, complaint of Stones that happened on this date, you see, because I didn't have it in mind, you see. He's saving all the details. That were they on duty and they were at work, you
Yes.
see. And then
Well,
I specifically
Yes.
identified and said, yes, these 2, they were on duty at work.
Well, you see, in the second paragraph, you confirm that they were on duty. And then in the next paragraph, you say something else, which is not confirmation of on duty.
Are
You've
you
already
saying
said
in
in
the third
paragraph
it's different
2.
commission?
I say you've already said in paragraph 2 that you confirm they were on duty. So that's what he asked you, according to you. And then you go on to say something else in your third paragraph.
When you say something, if I say
Yeah, you
it
say something,
contradicts.
no, I'm not talking contradict. You say they informed me as their supervisor when they received information of a person who's dealing with illegal goods and stones. So that's not confirmation that they were on duty. It's additional information that you are providing. Do you accept this is additional information in that third paragraph?
You've corrected me many times, Commissioner. I accept.
You accept this is additional
Yes, yes,
information?
yes.
Okay. So why did you not provide further additional information, which is very important, which is that they went there because of a request from JMPD to do a joint operation? Why is that not, that very relevant information
Or
is
he-
not in there?
He already had statements. Start with the statement of the members. And he already informed members they've confirmed.
Had you seen the statements of the members when you prepared your statement?
No.
So
It was
how
with
did
Mr.
you know?
Makakula.
Yeah, how did you know?
No, he has
received
already
the
confirmed that members have confirmed that they were told. No, he's open. Told me members have confirmed that they were told they communicated with somebody and you see.
So,
That's how-
so Mr. Maseko, Deputy Director Maseko communicated with them directly when
No,
he
no.
wanted assistance.
Then they communicated with other members who are operational. Remember, as the teams they work, they know each other as officers. You see, they work and
So
communicate.
you were not asked by Deputy Director Maseko to do a joint operation?
No, I was also asked by him.
You were
At
asked.
my level, I was communicated with him.
So why is that not in your statement?
No, remember, here he said I must specifically communicate about these 2 that they were on duty. It was the statement of, you are correct when you say this is additional. This is the statement of confirmation that they were on duty.
Yes,
It's
but,
supposed
but
to be.
how they came to be on duty is because you've been asked to do a joint operation by Deputy Director Maseko. So the complete information is, yes, I confirm they were on duty. They told me, gave me information. They were on that duty because they were on a joint operation where I was asked by Maseko to do a joint operation. Why? Because that's part of confirming their presence and why they were there. Why is that not in this statement? And it appears for the first time in your further statements.
Yes. As I've said, Commissioner, he already had the statements from the members and the members confirmed. That's why it is even specified to me.
No, I'm asking you, I'm not asking you about those other members, what they said to him. They have their own explanations of what he said, he asked them to do. I'm asking you, you say to us that your statement is this short and it doesn't say anything about a joint operation because Deputy Director Mr. Magagula said to you, he wants you to confirm that they were on duty that day. And I've said to you, yes, in paragraph 2 of your statement, you do confirm they were on duty that day. So you've answered that question.
Yes.
But in paragraph 3, you provide further information, which doesn't come from his question, but you offer further information. You say, they informed me as their supervisor that they received information, right? And what I'm asking you is where you say, yes, I confirm they are on duty. They were on duty. Why do you not add that they were on duty there because they were in a joint operation, which was requested from me by Maseko?
Commissioner, I submitted it like this. No, I don't have an answer. And he said, no, it's fine. I want it like this. I accept it like this.
All right, you don't have an answer, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sally.
If I understand then your responses to Commissioner Baloyi, you are suggesting that Mr. Magagula prescribed how your statement should read. He told you what you must say.
All the time.
It's impossible, Commissioner Mkwanas. He's an investigator. He's investigating the matter, and then you come here and you suggest that the investigator prescribes to you what you must say in your statement in an investigation.
I submit.
As a senior member of the police force, surely you know that's highly improbable.
I've said that's my frustration when I was, oh, sorry, Commissioner. I'm making a dialogue now. I've said that's my frustration. When I submitted the third one, you see, he said, no,
The third?
No, not the third, the second statement.
Yeah.
On the first, he said it's the first quarter, yes. When I submitted the statement, he said, because he said I repeated there twice, you see. He said, no, I don't know, said Makakula, it's a mistake, but can you take it like that and forward it like that and receive it like that? It's a mistake that I can explain, you see. He prescribed and wants you to write in a certain manner. You see,
Yes.
and I'm very conscious on that because my fear is that we'll end up going down on drain, you see, trying to please him. You see.
Sorry, Advocate Selo. Did he say to you, you must not mention the joint operation?
No.
That's Commissioner Baloyi's question.
Oh, no.
Because you are talking about the report of the people who are dealing with illegal stones. Why did you not mention that on that day, Stolz and Mackenzie attended to a joint operation with the traffic police and JMPD?
The officers have already mentioned the other.
No, but you didn't know that because you did not see their statement.
No, but Makakula mentioned it to me. In all the statements, he mentioned, he's so open to me, honest, and say, I got this and this and this, mentioned this and this. He's so specific in this and this.
And you did not see a need to confirm that, yes, there was such an operation.
He already know that.
No, you.
No. I assume that because he already understands this.
Then on that basis, you must accept if that is how IPID operates and investigators prescribe what evidence people should give, that this is a serious matter that the commission must report.
And
Because as a police officer, would you accept if your investigators file a report and it turns out that they prescribe to the witnesses what to say? Would you find that acceptable?
no,
Did you find it acceptable in this instance when you suggest Mr. Magagula was prescribing to you?
I always have a problem. That's what I'm.
Why
that's
did you
always
comply with it
frustrate.
then?
No, I didn't comply.
Oh, so you
Like
didn't
now,
comply?
no, now he wanted me to change. I said no. I won't.
Yes, okay. No, then I can live with that. Then we are still in 2023 and he had
Now-
prescribed and you did not comply. And in refusing to comply, you say they informed me as their superiors, they received information of a person who's dealing with illegal goods. So you told him that because you refused to comply with his
No.
prescription.
I'm talking about this one. That is specified. This one was so specific. He informed me and said, no, I'm not going to accept. I want to say, no, Makakula.
Okay.
You see, now I must talk to my lawyers now. You see, I even said that You see, now I must talk to my lawyers. So that's what I told him. Now I must talk to my lawyers because I've been complying, communicating with him. You see, I've said, no, now I must talk to my lawyers.
So then our takeout from your first statement is that the fact that you claim they informed you as their superior, that they had received information of a person who's dealing with illegal goods, that in truth are not your honest words. These are words that Magagula prescribed that you utter. Would that be a fair conclusion?
No, they're writing by me.
Yeah, no, but then Magagula instructed you to say that.
The third one, the
The
third
third
paragraph.
yes.
No. He said I must confirm that members were on duty.
Yes.
But members have already confirmed that they worked. That's why I included, and they were informed. That's why I included it here.
And so I'm saying he required you to include the fact that they said they informed you.
No, he didn't say I must write in these words. These words are written by me,
Okay.
Commissioner.
I don't think we'll get anywhere. You have the Magagula statement file next to you. It's a small file. And this would, as well, I'm addressing this particular issue because and if you could turn to page 16. Now, I want us to look, I want us to have regard to paragraph 65, 66. If you flip back to page 14, starting at paragraph 56, that's where Mr. Magagula deals with this case of precious stones. I'm just trying to orientate you. It starts at page 14 of that statement, paragraph 56. You see where he starts. You do see, Mr. Mkwanazi, it's not.
Oh,
you
yes,
don't
yes,
read
yes. Oh, yes. The
So,
name is already shown me.
It's
Humble
about the
apologies.
precious stones. The
Yes.
paragraphs I want to refer you to are at page 16, because it's talking about the current status of the case.
Page 16, yes.
So at paragraph 65, he says, Constable Mackenzie, that's one of your constables, correct?
Yes.
One of the implicated police filed a further statement on 15 January 2026, confirming the presence of Brigadier Mkwanazi at the scene. This statement is part of the docket. You see that? So that happens on the 15th of January 2026. At paragraph 66, he notes, what is outstanding is to obtain a warning statement from Brigadier Mkwanazi. When I contacted him telephonically, he stated that he wanted to consult with his lawyers first. This after Brigadier Mkwanazi had submitted a statement on 5th February 2026, which I rejected because it was not a warning statement, as it does not comply with the requirements of a warning statement. Then he concludes, I will attend to obtaining this statement soonest, after which I will submit the docket to DPP for decision to prosecute. See that?
When he says that, when he talks about the warning statement, I've never drafted the warning statement. He's the one that comes and say, with the docket and say, this is the warning. Like there's some of the dockets. We never submit something and say, this is a warning statement. I can't say, I'm the one who's warning myself. I'm submitting that statement. I don't think it's correct.
Mr. Magagula explained to us that you have prepared your own statement.
Yes.
That he rejected because it doesn't conform with the requirements of a warning statement that he must take. He must sit down with you and warn you of your rights, and then ask you specific questions. And that is, and when you've answered, you will sign that document. He signs it. It shows that you have been warned, you have been given, you've been informed about your rights and all the formalities. And you've answered questions that were posed to you. You sign, he signs, and that becomes the warning statement. That's the one that he says you have declined to do. You've prepared your own document, which he says he's not interested in. So you don't get to prepare a warning statement. He sits down with you in fact, he said we do it in the presence of a colleague. He sits with somebody else from his office because he can't do it alone. There has to be present somebody else who sees what's happening, and then they sit down with you. That's what the warning statement is about, not what you prepared and sent to him.
Yes, you are correct,
Yes.
Commissioner. That's how it is done. But I don't think he's honest to this commission. As you are saying that, he called me, then he said, I will need this statement. Then I've submitted that statement. Then he didn't come back and say, now we must sit down out of the statement. He rejected the statement that, no, he didn't reject it. He said, no, it must change. I said, Makakula, no, I'm going to communicate with my lawyer on a statement, on a warning. We never had engagement on a warning statement. And it was a day before or 2 days before the commission. And that's what was surprising. You see, all along Makakula, you were relaxing with all these years, didn't do anything. Now, within a space of a week, you said you spoke to the officer. Now you want me to jump to everything and submit a statement because I was under pressure. I even typed it and said, let me deal with Makakula. He said, no, Sunday, I want it. I'm going to the, you even mentioned that I'm going to the commission. And I complied. He said, no, what? Let me comply because I've been communicating. I was complying all along. Then I submitted. And I was so shocked when what you are mentioning here, it's what he has mentioned. I was watching it. That's what you are correct, commissioners. That's what he mentioned. You see.
You also say you told him you want to consult with your lawyer. You've
Yes,
told us that, but
about-
that's exactly what he says in the statement. He
Oh.
says you told him when he said to you he wants to come and take a warning statement. You said, I want to speak to my lawyer. Where's the lie there?
Yes, it was not about the winning statement. It was a statement that he mentioned that I must specify and give it to him. That's why I'm saying.
And you wanted to speak to your lawyers
Yeah, I've
before
said
you
on
do
that.
that.
Yes,
Okay.
not on a winning statement. It was on that, you see. And I've already, but I'll talk to that when we are continuing. I've already identified something, but I will talk to that, commissioners. But now, let me stick to this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. Is it safe to depart from the premise that you know what a warning statement is and under what circumstances it's required?
We said with Makakula.
No,
about-
it's a general question.
Yes.
And my question is it safe for me to assume you are very familiar with what a warning statement is and under what circumstances one is required? Are you familiar with that or not?
I think I'm familiar.
Okay. You have provided that statement in the Bense case that we have dealt with.
That's what I
Yes.
wanted. That's what I wanted to raise. You see, because in the Benthe case, when we said with all of them, when you check my statement, it says Pragpan case. You see, when he wrote, there was nothing inside, and there was no case number. There was nothing. When I read the documents that the commission sent to me, it talks about the Duza case, and we said it discuss about murder, and they're mentioning 2 offenses there, or 2 crimes, defeating the ends of justice. I said no. If that's how we operate, no. And it's not for the first time raising those issues to him. That you are an investigator, you must be honest. You can't come up with tricks.
I'm still on the warning statement only.
No, I'm talking about the warning statement.
Or
You
only.
spoke
Mine
about
is
Benthe case.
general. You know what a warning statement is, you have given one before. And you appreciate the circumstances under which one is required to prepare a warning statement.
And-
You
and-
said, yes, you have an understanding of that.
Oh, yes, yes, Commissioner.
Yes. Now, so you know that by this time, Mackenzie and Stolz, there'd been a criminal complaint by the owners of the precious stones, specifically against Mackenzie and Stolz. You are aware of that?
No, 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 I'm not aware.
Oh, okay. So then, looking at Magagula's statement at 65, paragraph 65, when he said he received a further statement from Mackenzie confirming your presence at the scene of the precious stones when they were quote unquote stolen by these two, that makes you a suspect in the matter generally. Would you accept that?
No, I don't want to discuss a scene, you see. When you discuss a scene, it means that you were inside. There must be a footage and everything that shows you that you were part of the, you see. And coming and talking to a person outside, then going and say, no, 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 Duna, we are there. Then we've got this. As I mentioned yesterday, some are busy inside, then we are busy with that thing and going. Doesn't say you were part of the scene. And there's a footage that shows that I was not part of that. I was not even inside of that.
Okay.
I was watching, I was looking at the evidence and the photos and everything, you see. And it talks to what I wrote in my statement. I think that's when he is not comfortable with that. That's what I think.
The only point is, if the two are charged and one of them says you were at the scene of the crime, that's when a warning statement is required. That's all. Now, I don't want the facts about whether or not in truth you were there or not,
Not,
but that's when a warning statement would be required.
No,
Because then one of the persons accused is suggesting that you two were on the scene. You can deny it in your statement
But
or
the-
confirm it.
the statement doesn't say what Makakula is saying.
Say that?
The statement doesn't say what Makakula is saying.
Okay. So I'm saying, I'm talking about the circumstances under which it is required. It's open to you in the warning statement to then take up those issues, to say, no, I was not on the scene. Yes, I see what you claim Mackenzie said, but it is wrong because what you say, I was not inside the flat, so therefore I was not at the scene. So that's what you would write in your statement.
I get to.
Okay. So it's a warning statement.
I get to.
In fact, the one that Mr. Magagula says he rejected on the 5th of February has been availed to us, and I'm going to ask that it be projected, and you can confirm, if you could just look at the screen. Maybe it's easier if you look at the one to your left. I don't know if you can see that far.
No, no, it's my signature. Sorry. So yes.
Is that the that
do you
is the
have-
statement?
Do you have a hard copy?
Say that again, please.
Do you have a hard copy?
No, unfortunately, we just got it on.
I can't. But I can see JT Mkwanazi, I can see the signature, but I'm unable to read.
Isn't
Okay,
there,
I think we're going to,
isn't there a laptop that we can?
if you
lend?
have it on your laptop, please share it with
The laptop
General-
will assist.
with Commissioner Mkwanazi while we prepare hard copies.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Do we?
Okay.
That's just such a. that's just- Do you have it on your laptop? You don't? Let's adjourn for a few minutes.
Okay, I'll do so, thank you. Oh, I, J.D. Mkwanazi, 50, employed by the city of Ikuruleni. That is the document we projected that was not visible, I think, to Mr. Mkwanazi. And we propose that we mark it CJC 168. So it will be part of the exhibit file. Mr. Mkwanazi, what we now have on the screen is what you have before you in hard copy, correct? This is what you call the second statement that you filed in this matter. And this is dated the 5th of February, 2026. Okay. Now, reading this statement, oh, let me ask, how did this statement come about?
Humble apologies.
Yes,
After I communicated with Mr. Makagula,
when?
I don't have a specific date, but during the course of the week of the 5th.
Of the statement?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It was, I think, it was a day or 2 days before
Okay.
I wrote.
So after, you say after you communicated with Mr. Magagula,
Yes.
did he ask you to file a statement?
Yes.
What kind of statement did he request of you? What did he say the statement was for? You had already filed one, you
Yes,
recall, in
yes.
2023.
Yes.
So how did he explain the need for the second statement?
After we communicated, and he communicated with Officer Mackenzie, and
Yes.
he said to me, you know that I've said I'm going to come to you, you see. During that time, he didn't specify.
Okay.
Now I want you to confirm that were you there, what were you doing there, and who were you working with? Since Mackenzie has confirmed that you were with a senior person who was wearing a different uniform, you see. Then I had to craft this and send this.
Yes,
It's
sorry.
a statement that confirms that I did visit, you see. I
Yes.
did go there.
Yes. So, as you suggested with the first statement, did Investigator Magagula dictate to you what you must say in there?
I'm repeating it for the 4th or the 5th time.
Help me.
Yes, I'm repeating it for the 5th time. As I've said now, before you asked me, I was saying it again.
Yes.
I'm saying it again that he got the statement from, who's this? Officer Mackenzie.
Yes.
After Officer Mackenzie, and he said to me, remember that I've said I'm going to come to you after doing investigations, you see. Then he came, now before it was time for this, or before he came to commission, I think 2 days before he demanded that, hey, can you do that statement as soon as possible, you see, and mentioning it, since you once told me that it was a joint operation, Mackenzie specified and you visited the area. Then I wrote the statement as I've wrote it.
So he's the one who came up with the idea that you must say it was a joint operation.
No, it was not him. It was
Oh,
a joint
okay.
operation. Yes.
I keep misunderstanding you this afternoon. I don't know why. My apologies. Then let's look at CJC 168. And you started your paragraph 1 with the right date. And you state, I did task the team to Edenvale and Johannesburg for the joint operation with the province and JMPD. After the complaint from Deputy Chief Inspector Guguzu Gerald Maseko, attended the complaint of suspects who are selling fake stones on social media, I guess defrauding people. I gave him 2 members. They also tasked their members. During the day, he asked me to visit the area because some of our members are in Johannesburg. They didn't find anyone at Edenvale. Now, then your next paragraph deals with what you did. We drove and found members who were still busy interrogating. This statement now no longer speaks of Kesha, Lee Stolz, and Mackenzie informing you as their supervisor that they received information of a person who's dealing with illegal goods. This statement instead suggests that you are the one who tasked them to deal with the matter, that the information about these stones came from you after you obtained such information from Deputy Chief Inspector Maseko. Am I reading it correctly?
You're correct.
Why the change in how the information came about and how these two members got to operate in Johannesburg? Why is the difference?
Remember, he has already received the first one that talks to the members, and the members have already confirmed to him. That one he has already had it, you see. Now we must specifically and specify and concentrate on me and how did I get the information.
But
As-
what
as-
have
as
the
I've
members,
said,
what have
sorry.
the members confirmed to him? What do you say the members have already
That
confirmed?
they were
to him?
that they were working and they worked with members.
Yeah, but the
Yes.
members don't say to him that they were tasked by you. I think that's what is being put to you.
But out of our engagement, you already know that I've tasked them.
No, you're saying he's already been told by the members.
No, I'm saying in terms of the statement, they've already written that they were there, they worked. Mine was to confirm that it is me and I've tasked them, Commissioner.
Your statement, the second statement says you tasked them to go and be part of the joint operation after you were approached by Maseko. That's what your second statement says.
You are correct.
The first statement, you say, they went there after they told you that they've received information that the stolen goods in Johannesburg. So they went there because they received information to go and do it, and that's how they end up in Rosebank. You here say, in the second statement, you say they went because you sent them there after Maseko spoke to you. So they didn't get information and then just chose to go. You tasked them according to your second statement, which is different from what you're saying in the first statement. That's what is being put to you.
No, you're
But
correct.
you say two different things. One, in the first statement, you say they went there after they received information. That's what they told you, according to you. They received information and then they went after they told you. In this second statement, you say you got a call from Maseko and then you tasked them to go. They can't both be correct, those two statements. One of them is correct, is a correct reflection. Well, I don't even want to say it's a correct reflection. It's one or the other. They may well both be lies, but it's one of the or the other.
Commissioner, if members are coming to me, are informing me, and I've already communicated, I must task them and say, yes, continue, or you do not continue with the operation. And I've tasked them to continue with the operation. That's what I'm confirming here.
No, no. You see, in your first statement, you very clearly say they informed you as their supervisor when they received information about a person dealing with illegal goods, and you confirm that they were on duty that day. That's what your statement does, the first one. It does no more than that. They came to you with the information, right? That we are pursuing this because we've received information. That's what your first statement says.
Yes.
The second one is different. It
Yes.
says you got information from Maseko and then you tasked them.
Yes. If
They're not the same, one and the same thing, however you read it.
if they inform, if I've got information, I must task them to go and work, Commissioner.
Commissioner, we're not discussing theoretically. If you've got information, you must task them. We know they do go to operations without you tasking them. That's what happened with Mr. Mbenze who
Yes,
died.
yes,
They went to that operation according to you,
Yes.
without you calling them to the
Yes.
scene. So you, and when you got information from Yako, according to you, when he called you, you didn't call them. So we know that you don't do that,
Yeah.
right? You don't get information and then task them. They go on to do their own thing. That's exactly what you say in the first statement. They found out information and then they went to the operation. That's what your first statement says. And that's consistent with what has happened in the Mbenze matter. They get information, they just go out there.
Not in all the cases, Commissioner.
No, I'm talking about this one in Mbenze. I'm not talking about all cases. Do not stretch me to other matters.
No, you said it. That's what always happens.
That's what happened here, and that's what happened in the Mr. Emmanuel Mbenze case, right? They got information in the Mbenze matter from Yaku. They then went to the scene. You got information from Yaku, you went to the scene. You did not call them. So don't say to us, well, when I get information, I task them. It didn't happen in Emmanuel Mbenze's case. In this case, you say two different things. The one is they told you that there is information of a person dealing in illegal goods, and that's what you say in the first statement. They told you that. And then they went to the operation. And that's why I was having the discussion with you about why did you not say in this statement that I got the information from Maseko? You didn't say that. You say it in the second statement. And in the second statement, for the first time in 2026, you say, I tasked them. The two statements cannot stand together. You choose one of them as what happened, how they end up in that operation. You either task them or they did what you say in the first statement, or you give us a third version. They can't both be true.
Commissioner, remember, if I got information or if someone communicates with me, I can't go and do that operation as a director. I must task officers or I must task a certain unit.
Did
to do
not
that.
task, my point is, you did not task them when it was the case of Mr. Emmanuel Mbenze on your own version. You got information and you went, which is a curiosity and surprising that if you get information that there is an operation from Yaku, you don't call your people. You went on your own. You didn't task anybody.
But this is a different scenario. This is a different operation. This is a different communication with a different person. These are two different things, according to me, Commissioner. I'm not saying according to you. Yes.
Maybe they're different, but what I'm saying to you is in your first statement, you tell us how they ended up in Rosebank. Your first statement, they came to you and told you that we've received information. Remember that third paragraph where I said, but that's extra information. You say, they came to me and told me that they have this information. That's completely different from you saying, Maseko called me and told me there is this problem. There's this person who's dealing with stolen goods. Because that's what your second statement, your second statement doesn't say, I was told by my officers and Maseko confirmed it or Maseko repeated it. Your second statement doesn't say that. So if I read your second statement on its own without seeing the first one, it tells me that your only source of, your source of dealing in stolen goods is Maseko, according to your second statement. But the first statement says your source is your officers.
I get you now.
Yes.
That I was supposed to say, then include. No, I get you now.
I'm not telling you what you were supposed to say. I'm saying to you, these two things, they don't speak to each other. You have different sources of information about dealing with stolen goods. That's all I'm saying.
I get you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. In fact, I would suggest that your first statement is consistent with what Stolz and Mackenzie claimed. No joint operation and that the information came from them. For that purpose, I would like you to go to exhibit file CJC 159. That's a statement of Constable Stolz preceded by the standard form, and the actual statement starts at 145. Now, in this statement, again, we can skip the first paragraph. And this statement, perhaps first things first, if we go previous page 144, in that form, it's dated 2nd May 2023. You see that? And signed by Constable Stoss. Same file that they opened.
Oh, it's
with-
the same file. No, I
Yes.
just wanted to see something about it. Is correct?
Oh, okay.
Now, when
Just
it
go
was-
a page back, page 144.
Yes.
That is the form to which the statement is attached, and that's signed by Constable Stolz on the 2nd of May 2023. You accept that?
Yes, I
Oh.
see.
So in May 2023, 3 months after the event, Constable Stolz states in her statement, at paragraph 2, the first paragraph dealing with introducing herself. And she says, in February 2023, I was on duty and in full uniform when I received a call from Moto, a JMPD member, who requested assistance in the recovery of lithium rocks that were suspected to being sold illegally by a suspect in Rosebank area. Do you see what I'm reading?
Yes.
Then it goes a further, paragraph 3. We went to Rosebank subs and informed them that we would be working in the area. We then went to the address of the person who was illegally dealing in lithium. We were taken to the person's flat by the security guard of the flat. So, according to Ms. Stolz, she personally received a call from a certain JMPD member called Mozo. There is nothing about being tasked by you. You accept that?
Let's continue. I haven't had an opportunity to read this.
Sorry, please say that again. I
I'm
missed that.
saying let's continue because we are touching this paragraph. I didn't have the opportunity to read the whole statement.
We could, but I can tell you that the rest of the statement tells the reader what then happened. I stopped at the 3rd paragraph because that paragraph already places them inside the flat. You can't have informed them when they were inside the premises already searching. That would have happened before they go, right?
Yes, you are correct.
Yes. So I'm saying up to this point, until they
And-
got into the flat, there is nothing about being tasked and deployed by you.
How did I know that they are there?
Search me. How would
Sorry.
that is the whole problem, Mr. Mkwanazi, which
Yes,
is
and I
your
also
original, let me
communicated-
finish. Your original statement is that they informed you of this activity out in Rosebank. And I'm saying that is actually confirmed by Constable Stolz in her statement. She claiming that she got the information from a JMPD member, one Moto, and that it was Moto who requested assistance in the recovery of the stones. She then proceeds to say, we went to Rosebank. So it's she and somebody else, 1 or 2. They went to Rosebank subs and informed them that we would be working in the area. We then went to the address of the person who was illegally dealing in lithium. We were taken to the person's flat by the security guard of the flats.
Yes.
Let's continue. We knocked at the door and a white male opened the door. We informed him who we were and he invited us inside the residence. We explained why we were there, that we had received information that he was possibly dealing in the sale of lithium rocks illegally and asked if we could search. The male granted us to search. So we can stop there.
No, let's in the present and search.
The next paragraph then deals in the presence of the male, searched his bedroom, so the search then gets underway.
Oh, so I'm trying to.
No. Okay, satisfy yourself and read the statement. Perhaps you, the idea being to locate where Stoll says she was tasked by you.
I think it's not complete, commissioners.
I don't know what the complete facts are. I only go by a statement prepared by the person who says, I took part in this operation. I can't confirm or deny that it's complete. The only point I make is on this version,
Yes.
you did not trust them. They operated on the basis of information she received directly from one member of JMPD she calls Mozo.
But Commissioner, when you say it's not complete, it's not as if Constable Keisha Lee Stolz has not addressed the question of how they came to go there. It's not as if she has not addressed the question. So I would understand your point about the statement not being complete if she had not addressed the question. In so many words in paragraph 2, she does explain how and why they went there. And that doesn't mention you.
And I communicated.
She says in February 2023, I was on duty and in full uniform when I received a call from Motso, a JMPD member who requested assistance. And it was as a result of that request that they then went to the premises. So that has nothing to do with you whatsoever. So I don't understand your point that the statement is not complete, because it would, according to you, only have been complete if it had mentioned you giving instructions to them to go there.
And I did that, Commissioner. I did that.
No. All I'm addressing now, I'm not asking you whether you did or you did not. What I'm addressing is your statement that this statement is incomplete. I'm saying it cannot possibly be incomplete because it does address the question, the relevant question to what Ms. Silo is asking you, which is how Ms. Keisha Lee Stolz happened to go there. It does address the subject. So I do not understand how you can say that the statement is incomplete in this regard.
Okay, to Commissioner.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. And we know that the two EMPD members who were involved in this are Keisha Lee Stolz and Constable Mackenzie, Adrian Mackenzie, correct?
Yeah, correct, you're correct.
Now, perhaps for completeness, let's then turn to Magagula TLM3. Magagula file TLM3. And I want to get to page 273.
I was hoping that before you get there, he can, while we are on this bundle, identify them on page 168. The two officers, EMPD officers.
I was going to get that to a later,
All right,
at
thanks.
a later time. All the persons in the room, in fact, yes. Page 273.
You said TLM?
3.
3, page 27.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you will see that that is the statement of Adrian Mackenzie. Is that what you have?
7-3.
His actual statement, handwritten statement starts at 277. Do you have that?
Yes, Commissioner.
If you go further to 280, you will see this statement was signed on the 2nd of May 2023 by the
Sorry, 280, ne?
280, yes, that's just the confirmation that this is Constable Mackenzie's statement, which he signed on the 2nd of May 2023. Yeah, you don't have a challenge with that page, right? He signed it.
Oh, yes, I don't.
Okay. So then let's go back to 277, which is the actual statement that he made. At 277, again, I propose we skip the first paragraph. We go to the second paragraph. Mr. Mackenzie, now this is from Mr. Mackenzie's perspective, same event. On the day in question, I was on duty in full uniform and equipment when Constable Stolz told me she got a call from a JMPD member who needed assistance with recovery of stones in Rosebank. Paragraph 3, we went to subs in Rosebank to make a OB entry that we will work in the area, and we went to the suspect area in Rosebank. Then again, for completeness, go to 4, K Stolz and Etienne and myself knocked on the door of the suspect. A white male opened the door. We introduced ourselves and explained who we are and reason for being there. 5, the white male invited us in and we went in. We told him that we were here regarding stones that is supposed to be in his possession and that he denied having such. You can cast your eye on the rest of the statement. And once again, there is nothing about you tasking them. So on Stolz and Mackenzie's version, they went there on the information furnished to them by a member of the JMPD, and Stolz tells us that this member's name is Moto. Once again, nothing about a joint operation. Once again, nothing about you tasking them to undertake this exercise. You confirm?
No, for joint, when there's another team, JMPT, it's a joint, but yeah, they don't mention me talking to them and telling them. I agree on that one.
Okay.
I confirm.
So I say therefore that Stolz's version read with Mackenzie's version is consistent with your 2023 version that they went to Rosebank on the basis of information they had received, which information they shared with you. Do you have a comment to that?
Where's mine? Sorry, there's something I want to check.
Yours what?
Just my statement.
Your
My first-
supplementary?
Yes, no, my first one.
Sorry, your
Page-
first statement.
Yes.
If you are,
The 2023 statement that Ms. Silo has just referred to.
Oh, yes, Commissioner.
Yes,
Is it the same file?
Exhibit
Yes.
file 132.
132.
Just open it. Yes. No, I saw it. Thank you.
Are you happy with what you wanted
Yes.
to check? Okay. So I said, do you confirm then that what you have at 132 in your statement is consistent with the versions given by Stolz and Mackenzie?
On the first one, yes.
Yes, on the first one.
Yes.
All right. And so far, we haven't come across any reference of a joint operation with JMPD or Gauteng traffic?
Now it has came.
Where?
Both
Up
of them,
until this point of their
yes,
statements,
in their
there's
statement.
nothing.
No, in their statement they've mentioned,
Please
when
tell-
they mentioned Constable Khomutso, it's JMPD.
Says Constable Moto requested, I received a call from Moto, a JMPD who requested assistance in the recovery of lithium.
Yes,
Yeah,
then you,
hold it, please hold it. You say in your supplementary statement, you had a joint operation with province and JPD. I tasked the hijack members as per request of Inspector Maseko. Those are two different things.
in terms of joint operation, there's EMPT, there's JMPT. You see, the only one that they don't mention that is making me now to be good, it's that they don't mention that they get it from me and the other team that we agreed. And Constable Mackenzie, in his supplementary, call it supplementary, he also mentioned that we were there with the other senior officer who's not wearing, I'm not sure, I didn't read it, but the way Makakola mentioned it, that he mentioned the other senior person who's not wearing the same uniform but wearing the other uniform with senior ranks.
In the vehicle.
Yes.
So you were in the operation then?
No,
Because
no.
that's in, no, hold on.
No, we came and
Yes. So
checked and communicated.
you say it was a joint operation. Constable Mackenzie mentions, is it Mackenzie?
Yes, can I see the statement? It's just that I didn't see the statement.
No, but just hear me out first,
Oh, yes.
because you're the one that's referred to the statement. You say that Constable Mackenzie mentions that there was another senior officer who was wearing, as you describe it.
Yes.
So you say that's evidence of a joint operation. And I'm asking you the simple question that if that is so, if that the presence of that senior officer is indicative of a joint operation, then it means you were also in the operation because that senior officer was with you. So if we accept that that senior officer was in an operation and therefore lends to a joint operation, it must mean you in the car with him were also in that operation.
Yes, we went to
So
the
you
scene.
accept that you were part of the operation?
Yes, we went to the scene.
No, that's not my question. We know as a fact that you were at the scene, so that's not a question I'm asking you, because that we know
Oh,
on your own version.
yes.
I'm asking you a different question. Do you accept, as I suggest you must, that if the other officer in the car with you, who was wearing, you said he was in uniform, I think, if you say his evidence of a joint operation or his proof of a joint operation, it must mean, therefore, that you were then also part of that operation by being there with him.
Okay, if you say so, I will
No,
agree.
it's not if I say so. It means that. That's all it means. Otherwise, he was not in the operation. So here are your options. That officer that you've just referred to, if he was not in the operation, then there was no joint operation. If he wasn't in the operation, but you say, no, it was a joint operation. Proof is Mackenzie tells us in his statement that there was this other officer. And I'm saying, well, yeah, okay, then it's a joint operation, but it also then must mean that you were also part of that operation
No,
then.
you're correct.
You understand the logic?
Yes, I
All
understand.
right, thank you.
I want to just deal with one paragraph here because I know advocacy law is going to the other issue. Look at paragraph 3 on 277. It's Mackenzie's statement.
277, eh?
Yes,
Yes.
I know you have it next to you. So he says we went to subs in Rosebank to make an OB entry. And then in 4, he says, K Stalls and Etienne and myself knocked on the door of the suspect. A white male opened the door. We introduced ourselves, explained who we are, and the reason for being there. Do you see that?
I agree.
So according to Mackenzie, this operation was conducted by the 3 of them only. He doesn't mention in his statement that there was Gauteng Traffic Department or JMPD. Do you see that?
Yes, Commissioner.
So it can be a joint operation if the people who are there are EMPD only.
Commissioner, I can't tell you how did they divide themselves because they were operational, you see, and say that they met this in the morning, then afternoon they met or during the day.
No, but you say you arrived at the scene.
Yes.
So what you observed at the scene, was it a joint operation or only EMPD
No,
people?
there were people that were inside there. We only communicated. I only called, I communicated with McKinsey, then we moved.
So you don't know that it was a joint operation if the only people you saw are EMPD people?
But they confirmed that
Who confirmed?
Kumoto was there,
Who confirmed?
McKinsey and
No, because on the next page, Mackenzie says, look at paragraph 9. So there's a phone call where Stolz calls the JMPD officer. The JMP officer was not there.
that's what I'm saying, that Commissioner, that we can't tell or we can't confirm where they were, but they were part of. Remember, when I got it first, they said it's going to be in between the two. Now they arrived at the police station, and it's this team of EMP. They arrived at the police station, and when they are there, they also mentioned that we got this from. And again, when they were there, after the operation, it's either they met somewhere after they got what they want and handed over and did whatever, as per their statement. And as per was saying,
But
it
at
shows
the
that
house-
it was not only,
At the house where they found the stone.
they I agree with you.
According to Mackenzie, it was just him, Etienne, and Stolz.
There I agree with
Now
you.
that is not a joint operation. It's an EMPD operation. That's my point. If JMPD is not there and Gauteng traffic is not there, then all you have is EMPD.
Can we check the statement of Komoto if it's here?
No, it's not here. And you never engaged with Komoto, so
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
understand
I'm
why
the
you would
sinner.
think Komoto would have made
No,
a
I'm the
statement.
scene, I can't engage.
Do you even know who Komoto is?
No.
Exactly.
The statement of Stolz says, we went to Rosebank SAPS and told them we are going to be working in the area.
Yes, you are correct.
And then we left. So that's no joint, there's no joint operation with JMPD. You don't arrive in somebody's house and say, I'm going to be in your area, and then you leave. And just because you have told them, in fact, she does say that it was to make an OB entry. That's what they say. We went there and made an OB entry, informing them that we are going to be working in the area.
May I ask something, Commissioner? How do we exclude the first paragraph and the last paragraph?
What
from
is the
this?
first paragraph? I don't want to exclude anything. You can go to the first paragraph and tell me how it helps you.
No, it's the second one on the question I was on to full name and the Kurulyan Constable. Stolz told me she got a call from JMPT member who needed assistance with recovery of stones.
Yes. That's what Stolz says. Stolz says, I got a call from Muzo who said they needed assistance.
My argument, Commissioner, I can't argue with you. My point, let me say so. My point is that she needed assistance as per there. It means that she was part, she needed them to assist her.
No, Stolz doesn't say Muzo was in the operation, you see. That's, you have the statement in front of you.
Yes, the
And
McKinsey.
you were not on the scene, and I wasn't on the scene. So you and I can only work on what the people who were on the scene tell us, who went there and what they tell us. Firstly, they got a call to come and assist, and you've considered that nowhere in the statements do they say they were tasked by you, right? They provide an explanation how they end up in Rosebank. Both of them say there was a call, and then they proceeded to Rosebank. Both of them say we went to SAPS Rosebank, filled in the OB, and told them they told them we're going to be working in the area. They don't say we reported for our joint operation. They say we went there and told them we are going to be working in the area. And then we proceeded to the house. And it's those three people. And I know you know that there are pictures that will show them in the house, and there's just the three of them, Etienne, Mackenzie, and so we know it's three of them. So no way do they introduce anyone else from JMPD until that telephone call
Yes.
where the owner of the stones is explaining something or questioning about permits, and then a call is made, given to him to speak to a JMPD person. But on the scene, there's no JMPD person. Otherwise, they would have called that JMPD person instead of phoning Rosebank. They would simply, or phoning JMPD, they would have simply said, here's a JMPD person, speak to them. So on the documents before us, there is no evidence that there was anyone from the JMPD on that day. And you've told us Maseko is Gauteng Department of Transport, so we know he's not JMPD. So with the statements we have, there's no one from JMPD on the scene where you are part of the operation, Maseko is part of the operation.
And then on a statement, I concede to that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Chair, I noted 1603. However, I'll request that I touch on a last document, a very brief one, just to close on this particular point so that tomorrow we start on a different point. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Mkwanazi, again, I still have your supplementary statement before me, where you say, I trust members of the truck hijacking team to join the other teams. I take it that the other teams are the Gauteng Traffic Department, JMPD, and the province is those other teams. So on that basis, then, if my understanding is correct, that would mean the operation is there. Your members join this operation to to provide services, correct? So they become part of the bigger joint operation.
They become part, not to
They
say
become
they
part of
join. Yes, they are part of it.
Okay.
Yes.
So, so then they would not need to go register their presence in any police station because they are part of this joint operation that is legitimately operating in Gauteng. Would you agree with that?
No, they do.
Why?
They do. They do go to the police station.
Why?
It is required, even sometimes in our operations.
Sorry, if I may ask, required in terms of what?
Yes, to go and report that
Yeah,
we are
what
operating
what
in this-
requires that reporting?
that we are operating in this area, so that the local police station can know.
Is it
No,
the law?
the
Sorry,
station commanders
I
are-
apologize, and I want us to be very
Oh,
precise.
oh,
You say
yes.
it is required. Who requires them to? What requires them to? Is it a piece of legislation? Is it policy? Is it you? Is it who requires them to do
No,
that?
it's not a piece of legislation.
What is it?
You know, the station commanders and the prison commanders, they're very strict when we are operating in their area without communicating and informing them. Even in our own EMPT, whilst they're operating in Ekurhuleni, the directors of the region, the prison commanders will say, please inform us, so that if there's a problem, there's something that has happened, we're able to say it's this person and that person. It always happens.
Yes.
Sometimes even if they don't record it, but they inform that we'll
Yes.
be operating in this operation.
And I would suggest to you that that happens when such members are operating without the support of the locals. So when you go into an area that is outside your jurisdiction on your own, that's when you go register and report yourself.
You are correct.
Yes.
As I've said, that the precinct and the police station, if
Yes.
you're not part, you must inform them.
Indeed. So when you become, you are tasked to join a team established by the Deputy Chief Inspector Maseko of the Gauteng Traffic Department, and you become part of that joint operation, you don't need to go report.
No, we do. In many times, I worked with Deputy Director. It's just that I don't see you, commissioners. But please forgive me, the lights. Yes. I was not disciplined in terms of putting. We work with Deputy Director Masago in many operations, especially on operations of infrastructure or cable theft in all these operations. We'll go to a local police station and communicate that way we are operating in this, sometimes in this operation, you also have SAPS. SAPS has a unit that deals with the same infrastructure as much as we're having a unit that was dealing with that. And there's another unit in the province. We do that.
Okay.
We do inform.
So, and
And
tomorrow,
it assists to track and trace. You see, it assists a lot.
yes.
You see, because at least now they know that there's this person who to communicate, who to contact with.
You remember with your supplementary statement, you provided us
Yes,
agreements and memoranda of understanding on joint
Yes.
operations, and
Yes.
we are going to deal with those issues tomorrow.
okay.
But perhaps for now, just a minor question. When you are part of a joint operation and you go, or your members go, by you, I don't mean you, Commissioner Mkonas, but generally, right? Do those members go together with the JMPD to go register at a specific police station?
I think it depends per information, it depends per operation.
Well, tell me
Because
about the nature
sometimes I
of the
won't be there.
information.
I don't know which approach or what agreement they're reaching when they're doing those operations. You see, I can't confirm that every time they do that. You see,
How must it happen? As far as you know, how must it be done?
in terms of reporting to a police station.
Yes, must they go with their joint members from JMPD to go report? Is that what is required? Or are they at liberty to decide how they do it?
No, I will say it depends on the discipline of those members. Why I'm
Outside,
saying
okay.
that.
So they choose, they get to decide how they do it?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to, on perhaps before we break, page 145 of the exhibit bundle. That's CJC 160.
This one, eh?
And that would be the handwritten statement of
116 or 160? Or page 145? Thank you.
no,
Are we
it's
not looking for-
CJC,
149.
CJC
161.
160,
Oh, 160.
right? And it's page 147.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have you located it, Commissioner Mkwanazi?
Yes.
And that is the statement of, I think, did he say he's a warrant officer, but Mlauzi. A warrant officer Mlauzi, he gives his rank at paragraph 1. Do you see that?
Yes.
Now, if
Commissioner.
we go to paragraph 2, he states that it was a Saturday, 11th February 23 at about 5:45 when he reported for duty. From the third sentence of paragraph 2, members of EMPD came to CSC, is it? And report on duty. They were wearing full uniform. It was a female and a male members. Their names are Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie. They spoke with Sergeant Mohali at CSC, and he did inform me, and I also saw them. You see that?
Yes. Commissioner.
Okay, at paragraph 3, it states, they said they are reporting on duty for tracing suspect of business robbery that took place in Nigel, and they will be doing investigation around Rosebank area. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. Then beyond that says they will be using 2 vehicles, describes them. And the time was 8:50 in the morning. Please ignore the last 3 lines because that speaks to booking off or signing off for the day. We'll come back to that part of the statement. Okay?
It's the same page, ne?
Same page, bottom of 147, the last
Yes. We
3
ignore
lines.
the last 3.
they did book duty off telephonically. So I say, we don't have to read that. That's after the operation when they booked out or booked off. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Overleave at 1:45, then it's a confirmation. I know and understand the contents of this statement. I have no objection to taking the prescribed oath. So basically, we understand from Warrant Officer Mlauzi that only two people, a female and a male member of EMPD, being Stolz and Mackenzie respectively, went to sign in. Do you confirm that?
Yes, as per the statement.
As per the statement.
Yes.
So there was no JMPD member with them, just two people walked in.
Yes, as per the
Okay.
statement, yes.
Now, if you go further on and look at CJC 161 at page 145,
Is it the same document? Ne?
149, my apologies. 149. That is the photocopy of the entry, the OB entry made. And you see stepped by SAPS on the 11th of February, 2023, CSC Rosebank. Okay?
Yes, yes.
So just the two of them.
It's,
Now, let's go back to 147.
this is the copy of an OB.
Yes. Now, if we go back to 147, you, at 147, at paragraph 3, they say they are reporting on duty for tracing suspect of business robbery that took place in Nigel, and that they will be doing investigation around Rosebank area. Correct?
Yes, 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 yes.
You indicated in your supplementary statement, paragraph 5 at page 5, at the bottom, that what you were informed and what the operation was about, as advised by Chief Inspector Maseko, was that there were problems in the area in Johannesburg, in that there were persons selling fake stones on social media platforms, public members are being defrauded.
You are correct.
So these are two different things. In Rosebank, they say that they are tracing suspects who are, who were involved in a business robbery that took place in Nigel.
It's not even different things. It's worse than different things.
Oh, okay. What is it? What name would you give it?
I can't even mention it. Either what is writing here and what their statement and my statement and what is here, it's Afghanistan in America.
Chair, I suggest we can leave it at Afghanistan and America. We will conclude tomorrow. Thank you, Chair.
Just one very small matter that I want to understand, Commissioner. Ordinarily, when Eguruleni asks JMPD for assistance, would you not expect JMPD to meet up with Eguruleni, that is officers from the two sides, for the two sides to then work together on whatever it is that Eguruleni would be seeking assistance on? Is that?
You are 100% correct, Commissioner.
Yes.
That's
yes.
why I'm so shocked. And
Yeah, now here's my difficulty. Constable Keisha Lee Stolz says that she was called by Motso of the JMPD.
yes.
But what then unfolds or transpires is that it is just Ekurhuleni people who go to the apartment in question in Rosebank. There is not a single JMPD person, and yet supposedly it is JMPD that asks for assistance from Ekurhuleni. So do you see that what happened here, according to Kesha Listos, in fact, everybody concerned, it's actually what happened. And we just must accept that that is what happened in terms of how the operation then unfolded. It did not involve a single JMPD person. Let us leave aside the issue of you rocking up later with a JMPD person. Let's leave that aside. But as everything unfolded, it was Ekurhuleni people only. You accept that?
I accept it. And earlier when I was
Yes.
trying
Now
to.
let's stop there. You accept it.
Yes.
Now here's my difficulty. My first question to you was that ordinarily, is it not so that those seeking assistance would then be met or be joined by those that are to assist? And you said that is exactly what happens ordinarily.
Yes, Commissioner.
Are you able to explain why it did not happen in that manner here? JMPD asked for assistance, Mutso asked for assistance, and Mutso is nowhere around when the operation unfolds or takes place. Can you explain that?
No, Commissioner, I don't have it, I can't. That's why I was emphasizing.
You
it's a
cannot
joint.
explain it.
Yes, because that's why I was emphasizing it's a joint, it's a joint. But when you read the statements and look
Is
at what.
it joint? Is it joint? It is not. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it
not
is.
joint, correct?
Rather correct.
Let me
correct.
suggest to you, the EMPD police officers were on a frolic of their own that had nothing to do with proper, regular and lawful policing. It had nothing to do with it. What's your comment?
The statements, especially this one of SAPS.
You accept what I
it
say?
Confirms what you're saying.
Sorry?
I accept what
You
you're
accept
saying.
what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
Thank you.
And Chair, then if I may follow up on that before we rise. And to Commissioner Mkwanazi, you were aware that they were on a frolic of their own on the day. You were aware that the two members were on a frolic of their own.
No. I was aware that they're going to work, it's a joint operation. Then what happened operationally and what happened to the statement of an officer who was, that they reported, you see, it changes the whole thing to me now.
Thank you. Let's resume at 9:30 tomorrow. Let's adjourn.
Thank you, Chair.